Hey, Derek Pascarella here, aka A-Team, and we're just taking a quick little preview look at the bonus content section that I'm close to wrapping up here for the upcoming English translation patch for Death Crimson 2, Altar of Melanito on, you guessed it, the Sega Dreamcast. Alright, so just a side note, many Japanese Dreamcast games came with a built-in Dream Passport browser. Typically there'll be some type of static, content also baked in, maybe some type of landing page, little, bits and pieces, but oftentimes there's links to external websites, the company's website, the official game website, maybe DLC, leaderboards, message boards, what have you. In the case of Death Crimson 2, it was kind of that type of case, a title page or a landing page, however you want to term it, and links to the company's website, the game website. So what I've done here, in addition to re-rendering the entire title screen with font that doesn't look like absolute garbage, is unlocked the bonus content section in such a way that previously the game would do an actual ISP settings check of the Dreamcast flash ROM, basically looking for, hey, has this user ever configured network connection settings on their Dreamcast? This is very common. Pretty much every Dreamcast game that has some type of web browser or internet functionality, it does this quick check, and even if you've entered totally dummy nonsense ISP network settings, the game will allow you to proceed. But if you've never touched it, or if you've cleared that data in some way, which you can do with homebrew utilities these days, that feature will not launch, and you'll get some type of error message, typically like, hey, you need to configure your network settings. So in this case, I've removed that check with a little bit of assembly hacking. I've done that with pretty much every game I've ever worked on because they all have some type of web browser. So without further ado, let's launch the bonus content. And like I said, this will work on any Dreamcast, no matter whether you've configured ISP settings or not. And our Dream Passport browser will launch here. This is also a modified version of Dream Passport that displays everything in English. Also will display a little Death Crimson 2 VMU icon. And we see we have a few options here. A video to watch the theme song being played in the studio of Mr. Kunitaka Watanabe. And we'll check that video out in a second. Oops. We've also got the ending theme music from the game performed by Momo. And we can play that directly here in the browser as well. And then also an archive, this is really cool, of fan messages posted to the original developer's website back in the day. And of course I used a little online Dreamcast thumbnail for that one. These are all machine translated using actually ChatGPT, simply because there's such a huge huge number of them. It is not something high enough value, I'm sorry, to take the time of the translators working on the game. And I'm also going to include a 100% unlocked save once I actually complete the game, and I'm only assuming it unlocks all of the mission mode stages. I honestly haven't poked around there enough, but we'll find out. So all of that is subject to change. But as we can see here, if we go ahead and play the theme song video, this is from the first Death Crimson game on the Saturn. I'll turn the volume up a little bit here.
It's a game of music. Actually, the game is fucking. But the music is amazing. Please listen to my composition.
The game isn't very good, but the music is great. That's what he has to say.
Death Crimson main theme.
You can't tell me this isn't a jam right here. Come on. So we can pause, we can play, we can go back, which we will. And now for the music, as I mentioned, we can play this as well. actually a really nice song, believe it or not. Okay, you can listen to the rest when this comes out. I'm also bidding on a Japanese auction from Yahoo for the original soundtrack for this game, because I'd like to provide it with the patch if possible. Otherwise, people would never have a chance to really listen to it. And here's the fan messages. And I put a little note here just letting us know that these were actually included in the original game disc. It was baked into the GD-ROM. So this wasn't something that I was able to uncover with the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine. In fact, I couldn't really recover anything of any real value using that. So this entire page style has been preserved. This is exactly what it looked like, except in Japanese. But we can see if we were to navigate to one of these pages, we basically get posts from the original Japanese website that they included. People saying, you know, this is the greatest game ever, can't wait for the sequel, you know, F the haters, all that kind of stuff. There's really a lot of funny stuff in here. Anyway, that's the story. So this is the English translation patch bonus content section that will be included when the patch is eventually released. So I've kind of shifted gears a little bit from some of the more technical stuff. I'm working on that bonus section and also FMV subtitles, you know, just to break up the monotony a bit. Anyway, thank you for watching this little status update, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, everybody.